Hi, welcome back to Testify. All right, so we are coming to an end of this prerequisite playlist wherein we have the lab 9, and this is nothing but the automation where we'll be creating one script. We'll try to give the permission, executable permission, and we'll run it and see how it works. Right? So don't waste. Let's not waste time. Close this session for now. Let me restart this particular one only. Restarted session, and now I will go ahead and clean. Oh, sorry, clear. Cool. So now, very first thing. So there can be multiple scripts for your different use cases. So first, I will be um, picking up few scripts. Like first script, what we'll do, we'll touch base on this service check. So where I'll be creating one script. Let's say I have. So when you create a script, you can script as in like when you create a file, you just do touch and then do this service underscore check dot sh. It will create the file. However, if you directly do the sudo vi and then do the file name, vi is in to edit the create and edit the file. So it is and if I click I, it will allow me to write it. So I have prepared two scripts, small scripts. So one is for checking the service status. So this is the bash script. That's the reason I have put .sh in the end. So the first script is this. Let me close this up. Where our service is Nginx, because we are bothered about Nginx only. We have installed Nginx, right? Now what I'll do, I'll say ls, and this service.check is not executable. So let's make it executable. How? We have already covered it by giving this permission. Oh, whenever you give the permission, just the sudo as a privileged permissions, and then I'll do this and then put sudo. Okay, if I do this, now it has become executable. All right. Okay, so now let's stop Nginx. How can I do that? Okay, let me type it sudo systemctl and then we'll say stop Nginx. So my Nginx is stopped. Now what I'll do, I'll check the status first. Status, it says inactive and dead because we have stopped it. Now what I'll do is I'll directly run this script. We already have this script, and that script had uh, the service check where our concerned service was Nginx. So will let me show you what it does actually. Just a second. Cat service check. So it is checking the service Nginx. So if it finds systemctl is not active and seems this service is quiet, it will respond like this: service is down, restarting. So it will, what it will do, it will run this command. If it finds the service has stopped, it will find the service and the status is stopped, it will restart it. So at this point of time, it is not started, it's inactive. So let's run this script. How to run it? Because we have given the executable permission, so we'll directly do sudo dot slash and then service check, right? And then we'll hit enter. So I think it has run. I'll see. I'm not sorry, not ls, but status check. Now it has become active. So this is the very next step after the last slide we have covered, wherein we did some failure simulation. So to enhance your these things, how you can, if any service is by default is stopped, so if it finds any service as stopped, it will automatically restart. So we don't have to go into it and restart the service again and again. So that's why automation comes into the picture, right? So this is one scenario. I'll walk you through the other scenario. wherein we'll be doing some monitoring stuff. So for that, we'll say sudo vi sudo vi disk. So we'll check the size, disk size, or the usage, and then if it finds anything, it'll uh, save the logs into a log file, disk alert log file. So we'll do that. I'll walk you through the script. .sh and hit an I, and then this is the script. That's again a small script. So let me go right here, enter. So what is it doing? It is finding the usage. If usage is nothing but greater than 80, let's say, right? So it will save this uh, message here on under the disk alert. So we will see how it works. Escape. All right. So now we have created this. Let's assign the permissions to this executable permission so that we can execute it. Let's now run. Before that, I'll walk you through what is the disk size at this point. ef-h. So currently we have this much of size. Let me run it. Sudo. So any monitoring, it your first step should be any automation for your first step should be monitoring. So monitoring is the automation's first step, I would rather say. And if you implement the interval, like how frequent it should run, that would be your scheduled automation. So you can also enhance as much as you can. But for this, let's run it. Sorry, disk. Now what we'll do, we'll check the path where we have this log saved. Why? Because we don't have the disk usage more than 80. So as soon as it becomes 80, this file would contain the alert log, and that's how the beauty of this script says. So once your disk reaches to 80 or more than that, it'll save, and the message would be this: disk usage critical. It 80% or maybe 85%, and then you can have a look onto the alert log. So let's say my we can edit this and try it now. How? Let me show you. My disk check is not 80, but it is absolutely more than 50. So let me do this just to show you. In prod it should be 80 only, right? Now I'll run this script. Let me see if I have now anything. It says no such file directory. Just a second, let me go into it. Cd where ls. Do we have log? We have log. Oh, no, sorry, no, the directory, but into log. And then we do have service check log here, and but we don't have that log, right? Disk alert log. Let me see what is service check log. So service check log says is down, but we should also have this disk alert dot log. Let me see what is the disk size. 8 GB, and how much is the usage? Let me see the usage. Okay, it's still more than 50%, right? So let me do this. It is 30% usage. Let's make it 30 then in that case, and see if that works or not. Why is it? Oh, yeah, that log. It's not here. We underwear. All right. Now ls ls. Now we are. Let's clear it out and do sudo vi uh, disk check, and let's make it 30 because usage is 33%. And now try to run it again. See if it does anything. See, as soon as I made it 30, that means since my usage was 33%, so it clearly created a file diskerror.log, and it threw the error as disk usage is critical and it's 33%. So we do it usually for 80 to 90%. Just to show you how it works, I have made it 33%, uh, com- considering our current usage, which is nothing but we have hyphen h, nothing but 33%, right? So that's how it works. I think we have more scenarios here, but you can uh, identify more scenarios on your own. That is your homework, and I think that's all from this perspective. The more you run or learn the commands uh, on the Linux, you would uh, get familiar with Linux system, and that would also make you job ready for cloud and DevOps specifically, right? So this is not a Linux. I've been saying from the beginning, this is not a Linux course. This was nothing but a prerequisite that you should be aware of, so that when you are done with this, you are pretty much confident in Linux, and you are now ready for cloud DevOps stuff. So now you know how to debug the things. You know where is the authentication comes into the picture, how to generate the keys, the debugging part, permissions, and we have talked about networking if there is any blockage, and we have also talked about processes which taking consuming the most, right? Permissions file systems like creating directory, checking the logs and going into the directory, copying the files from one to another, and as the first lab said, we have walked you through, which is environment setup that comes at first. Right. I wish you good luck.